It's the Grade 2 mile and a 16th Bob and Beverly Lewis. Start off this race, you got Biddle Road with John Velasquez up, Todd Pletcher. This horse, ultra consistent. He's got 3 wins, 2 seconds and a fourth in graded races. 6 starts, 3 wins in a second. 276,000 in the bank. Still hasn't made what his purchase price of 340,000 was, but 2 works back. Has a nice work on January 25th. Looks to be an improving horse. This is Scat Daddy's owner, and these people know what they're doing. There's no question about that. You gotta watch out for this horse. He's probably going to be a decent price too. Then you got Pioneer of the Nile. Pioneer of the Nile looks to be a Triple Crown contender to me. It's got all the connections: Zayat Stables, Garrett Gomez, Bob Baffert, $290,000 Empire Maker. We've been seeing a lot of Empire Makers coming around now, and some of them have been doing very well, but we haven't seen that great one yet. Send him over the top. I mean, he has a $75,000 stud fee. And anyway, this horse is coming out of a Grade 1 victory in December at Hollywood Park. He's got 3 tries over a Paulie with a win and a third. But look at his work line. His work line is very interesting to me. He's got a 59 work, a 1 minute and 10 second 6 furlong work. 2 really good workouts last. This horse is sharp. Seems to, Bob Baffert knows how to get these 3-year-olds going, and they moved away from Bill Mott. So it's obviously a major contender, depending upon the pace scenario. This horse is coming off of 3 straight Grade 1 races, in which he has a victory by a nose. Was 5th in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile by only 2 lengths, and he was coming late after finding traffic around the first turn. And then the Breeders' Cup Futurity at Keeneland on the Poly track, where he was beaten pretty good by Square Eddie, but still managed to run 3rd. So, tough horse on the Derby Trail, #1 prime power. Got to be on the ticket. And then you come to Papa Clem. Papa Clem, I know Papa Clem, and my father-in-law's name is Clementise. The kids all call him Papa Clem, and then we see the Papa Clems running. I'm not someone who usually bets names, but this is kind of weird. So, Papa Clem's coming off a crazy 3 furlong blowout in 33 seconds. It's a fast horse, and in this race, you're not looking at too much early speed. He's got, smart strike out of a Grade 1 winning mare, Miss Houdini. Something to think about. You got Grade 1 winning mare. You got Curlin's sire, $125,000 homebred, with the only speed in the race. Papa Clem's going on top of the ticket and hope he could just last. I watched his last race. When he came past the wire in that maiden victory, the horse that ran 2nd to him and the horse that ran 3rd to him came back and ran 1-2 together in their next effort. And the way that race worked out, as they crossed the wire, Papa Clem kept going, and by the time they were a 16th of a mile past the finish line, Papa Clem was 5-6 lengths in front of the horse that ran 2nd. So I think he's going to cherish the distance, and if he's able to get his pace like he did last time out, look, he went 136 flat for a mile, and he led every pole. So Papa Clem's going on top, and he's 8-1 in the morning line. He's going to be 10 or 12-1 at post. So this is Papa Clem's time to step out and shine. You got Rafael Bejarano, and again, Clementise. We're all going to be rolling money on Papa Clem. I Want Revenge as well. Here's a horse coming out of a nose defeat in the Grade 1 cash call futurity, and his last workout was beautiful, 59-2. Before that, another bullet. Before that, another bullet. So he's got as many bullets as Smith & Wesson. Something to think about with him. I Want Revenge. You got Joe Talamo, and I don't know if you had a chance to watch the jockey show last night, but Joe was somewhat of the star on the show. And you see a little bit of the inside on his fire and his heart and his desire to win, and that struck a chord with me. Jeff Mullins, always tough. You go in with Jeff Mullins, and this is something else to think about with this horse. It's a first-time blinker, so they're trying to get him just that You know, he got beat in the nose last time out. Maybe the blinker will be the difference. Then the next few horses, Mark's S the Cooler. I think you're looking at a horse that may perform best on turf. I'm going to go a different way. You know, he could hit the board just like any of them. Oil Man, also taking a look at this horse. Another horse that seems to like the turf, but you know, these European imports are dangerous. You know, we don't know. This horse was racing in pretty solid races in Europe and Great Britain, and you know, someone to look out for. But for me, I'm not going to invest my money into a horse who has one race at Santa Anita. Although, you know, he ran a pretty good race, was only beaten 2 lengths at 3-1 and rallied into through the stretch. So Oil Man, he may be someone to throw on the back end of your ticket. Looks like he's got that late turf run. So if Papa Clem is compromised and there's a fast pace, he could be a horse to pick up some of the action late. Brother Keith could be the competition for Papa Clem early in the race, where Brother Keith looks to have the ability to run pretty fast early. His last race, he was rank. His first race back from a layoff in November, he was rank and never really fired in the race. You don't really know what to make of that. However, he's definitely sharp. Just look at his work line. The horse is coming off a 59 work, February the 2nd, and I have him marked up a little bit on my sheet, but you know, I'm hoping that he doesn't compromise Papa Clem. So the way I'm trying to map the race out, I'm going a different way. You got Shafted, pretty good name for a horse, as we've all been shafted at the track, probably more times than we want to recall. But you're talking about a horse with one race over Santa Anita's track and a victory. And you know, these January 3-year-old allowances are ultra competitive races, because these are where these 3-year-olds are trying to put some money in the bank and get themselves into the Triple Crown series. But he's got a nice late kick, and you know, I got him marked on here as well for a horse to be on my list. He's a mine shaft. And then you come across Charlie's Moment. Charlie's Moment's a late runner. He was the beaten favorite in the last out, and that's a major angle that we like to look at. And he beat Champion Street Hero, so he's on the ticket as well. So what we're going to do in this race is I'm playing an exacta key Papa Clem, the 3-horse, on top of the 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, which is going to be a $6 wager. Good luck racing, and please leave any comments you want. I'm going to be covering the Road to the Roses series as we move along here, and I will be hammering the pick 6 today. So hopefully we'll get lucky. I'm solo and Starland Bound, putting a couple horses in this race, going deep in the first 2 legs and going deep in the last leg. That's my strategy. Good luck at the track.